Adverse microclimatic conditions are one of the risk factors that lead to heat or cold stress. The exposure to inadequate microclimatic conditions can cause more or less serious consequences both on the health and on the working capacity of an individual. According to the OSH Framework Directive, employers need to assess workplace risks and set preventive measures, including risks of adverse microclimatic conditions. EU member states may be more detailed and specific about what is required when workers could be exposed to heat or cold at work in the national legislations. In the Czech Republic, conditions of health protection while working with factors due to detrimental conditions of microclimate are specified in Government Regulation No. 361/2007 as amended. To ensure a uniform procedure for measuring and assessing microclimate conditions at work, a methodological guide of the Ministry of Health of the Czech Republic is established. The international standard specifies the minimum characteristics of instruments for measuring physical quantities characterizing an environment as well as methods for measuring the physical quantities of this environment. The microclimate measurements are carried out at the laboratory operations technician, and work tasks are performed in the areas designated as rooms LF103 and LF104. A work shift is for 8 hours duration including 30 minutes lunch break. Instruments to measure microclimatic conditions are the Vernon-Jokel globe thermometer, quad-channel thermometer, and the thermohygroanemometer. All instruments used shall have a valid calibration. Globe thermometer readings are recorded at half-hour intervals, as well as dry bulb temperature, relative humidity, and air velocity. In a homogeneous environment, that is one where the deviations of the measured values at the heights of the head, abdomen, and ankle are less than d5% from the mean value, one measurement location at the abdominal height of a standing or sitting person is sufficient. All instruments shall be acclimatized for at least half an hour before the measurement. Globe thermometer readings are recorded at half-hour intervals, as well as dry bulb temperature, relative humidity, and air velocity, with the air velocity value reported as a 1 to 3 minute average of the measurements. Globe thermometer readings are recorded at half-hour intervals, as well as dry bulb temperature, relative humidity, and air velocity, with the air velocity value reported as a 1 to 3 minute average of the measurements. In parallel with the measurement of microclimatic conditions in the workplace, the measurement of microclimatic conditions in the outdoor environment shall be carried out in a shaded area and at least 10 meters from the building. When measuring microclimatic conditions, the outside temperature shall be in the range of 25 to 30 degrees Celsius for summer measurements or 0 to -10 degrees Celsius for winter measurements. An evaluation report is drawn up from the measurements. The average values are calculated from the measured quantities, and the operative temperature is determined. Finally, the measured quantities of microclimatic conditions are compared with the limit values specified in the Government Regulation No. 361/2007 as amended.